Hey guys, you already know who it is. Today I'm going to be bringing you guys something just a little bit more different from my normal content that you'll be seeing. I'm going to be giving you guys a little story. I'm going to tell you guys a story of a personal experience that I had of when I almost got arrested. Hopefully you guys enjoy it, and just to let you guys know, I am going to be coming back with these. So watch out for those. I'm going to have a lot of them, especially more because school time is coming around. These are easier to make, but on top of that though, I have a lot of things earlier that I could actually be telling you guys. A lot of personal stories, a lot of experiences, and many other things like that. So I hope you guys enjoy the video. And here he goes. We're going to kick it off now. So it began on a sunny day. This is about like last year. It's a pretty old story, but it was a pretty annoying one when it happened. So we were at the skate park, and I was with a couple friends of mine that I skate with. I'm not really gonna go into detail who they are, but I will mention their names though a couple times. So we were at the skate park, and we were there. And at the skate park, we call it AD. It's on a military base right by our house that we live by, or at least I live by. And so we were all skating in AD. We're just having like this really hot day. So half of us have like our shirts off. We're just hanging out, just doing whatever, just skating, talking, just chilling out, just doing whatever. And in this little splash park area, like this little water area that there's a bunch of children there. And on top of that, like with all these kids, there's families also hanging out at this water park. So there's a family. There's this big chunky lady. I noticed that she's been keeping her eyes on us for like the past hour that we were there. And while we're there, her kids are on these scooters. Now in this skate park, it's enclosed by like this little wall, about like this knee-high wall. It's about like maybe like 3.5 feet tall, at least. It's a pretty hefty sized thing, not that bad. So we usually just sit there. We just kind of sit there, hang out, and talk and whatever. And I know she was keeping her eyeball on us. That's because her kids are riding around us, and they were riding the scooter on top of this wall, and they're talking to us, and they're just saying all sorts of things. Now I remember passing by this woman, and she had been cussing. Like I know she was cussing kind of like here and there as she talked to her friend or sister, whoever it was with her. And her kids were coming around us. They were cussing, whatever. They were talking shit, like little kids. I mean, we didn't really care. Like they were small. So I mean, what were we gonna do to them? So they were kind of coming around us, and we noticed they're kind of saying things like shit, like kind of like bitch, ass, and whatever, just kind of like simple little cuss words. And I guess this woman started picking up on it. So while we were skating, like we were about like 30 minutes in, about like after this happens, and while we're skating, like this chick, she just kind of like my friend Brandon, he was riding on a skateboard. It was either him or somebody else. I can't exactly remember who it was. Somebody fell, and they were like, fuck. So they just dropped like a nice F-bomb there. It wasn't that bad. It wasn't even that loud. And this chick just gets pissed. Like she flips out, and she stands up out of her chair, and she's like, you guys need to stop cussing, doing this. She's like, you got my kids cussing, all this, whatever. And then my friend Antonio, he's like, look, we're not saying anything, whatever. Like that's when everybody kind of started coming in. I did especially too. I was like, look, we didn't say anything bad. I'm like, plus you were cussing too, so I'm like, if anything, it was on us both, and at least on these terms. I'm like, so that's when Antonio, he kind of just like resolves a problem. He's like, all right guys, I've got this, whatever. He's like, you guys just go hang out. So we kind of sit there listening, like in case anything happens. So we had like cops came or anything, whatever. So he's kind of talking. He's like, look, all right. He's like, all right, we promise we want to do it again. I'm sorry for like inconvenience, all that kind of stuff. And then she drops it. So a couple minutes go by, and next thing you know, like it's literally just silence. Like we're just sitting there, just talking. Like, we're not doing anything. We're just talking about like what just happened, whatever. And we're just kind of just normal things, talking about like kind of like just skate tricks, all just simple shit like music, all that, whatever. And then this chick just gets up again, and then she flips out. Like she just flips the fuck out again. And she's like, look, y'all need to stop talking about it. She's like, you guys are cussing over there and everything. And then actually, and then like that's when everybody's like, we weren't cussing. And then her kid comes, and then he starts cussing, and then she gets even more pissed. So that's when she's like, you know what? I'm calling the cops on you guys. I'm calling the cops on all of you. And we're just sitting there like, wow, are you serious? Like we didn't even do anything. So we're telling this chick like, look, we didn't do anything. Like we don't know what you're getting mad about. Like we swear we didn't cuss. Like now you're just hearing things. So she wasn't even listening by this point. She was so pissed she didn't even care. So we're just kind of sitting there like, we're like, wow, like what a bunch of bullshit. So my friend Demetrius, he's the black kid in the group. We just make fun of him. He's our friend. Like we like friendly make fun of him in a way that he'll get upset sometimes. It's alright though. He's used to it. We're used to it. We all make fun of each other. So he's like, his parents, they're pretty strict. I mean, like mine are too, but they're really lenient about a lot of things. Like that's like all of our parents really works, but his were like a little bit more strict than all of ours. So if he was to get caught, he was gonna be in some pretty good shit because like obviously like the cops were gonna be coming. So just as she got off the phone, like she's like, you know, she's like, I just called the cops and they're on their way right now. She's like, you guys better not going anywhere. Like we're like, all right, fine, we're not gonna go anywhere. But oh man, I don't even think I mentioned this. Just as this was going on, me and my friend Cody, good friend of mine, also that we skate with, me and him both, we were looking like we kind of realized some shit was going down, so we started recording it from the very start. Like we were recording way before it even happened too. I was actually planning on making a video, and this is like not for like YouTube. It's just I was kind of making a video for the hell of it, just for fun, and we had footage beforehand and like afterhand, like this chick cussing, and then like we really like where the most footage came out, like all the juicy stuff is when she started cussing at us and whatever. Like she started getting pissed, and so yeah, Demetrius, he's like he literally says, he's like, dude, like I can't be here. If I get in trouble, my parents are gonna kill me. So we're all gonna cover for him. Like we were nice enough to cover for him. We're like, all right, well leave then. Like you need to go. So right behind this skate park, there's this patch of woods. So we tell him like, all right, run down there, cause like there's a trail in there. So we just kind of told him like, all right, just go through there, you know, like just kind of leave. So we help him at least. Me and Ian and basically well everybody really that was there. We all help him just pack up his stuff. Like we help him get his things. We put his backpack on for him. We're telling him like, all right, go get out of here. Like you had nothing to do with it. Like she did barely notice you. Like just go. So he leaves, and then just a couple minutes after he left, I was kind of just scouting out, just like seeing where everybody was, and then that's when I noticed in the parking lot the MPs came, and they had 2 cars coming. They brought backup because the chick told them that it was a group of kids, skateboarders, a bunch of whatever. So they brought backup. They had 2 cars. They had like 4 or 6 cops like roll up in the park. So they had 4, I guess, watching around, I guess, or whatever, like in case anything happened or whatnot. And so it's, I think it was like 2 or 3. No, two of them came up to me, and they came up to me, my friend, like my 2 other friends that were just kind of like just with me like in the scene. And then the 2 others, they were getting detained by the other cop. So we're getting detained, but like literally as they're kind of like walking into the park, Demetrius fucking like he comes back out of the woods. He comes back out of the woods, and as he does, the cop sees him. He's like, "You come here, sit down." And he sits down. And I look at him and I whisper to him, I'm like, "The fuck were you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing?" And everybody's looking at him like making faces and like giving him hand signals, like what the fuck? What did you just do? Like we're telling him like why did you come back? He's like, dude, he's like, I thought they were gone. I'm like, you were gone for like 5 minutes. I mean, what do you expect? I'm like, they're not gonna come here just say, oh okay, like you know, like just little thing, we're just gonna blow it off. Like yeah, you just fucking just come back for no reason. So he comes back, and then he ends up getting caught by the cop as he, like basically he tells him, he's like, you come here, sit down. And so he sits down, and oh my god, this is when he starts losing his shit. He's like, dude, I'm gonna be in so much trouble. And I keep telling him, I'm like, well, you should have never came back. I'm like, this is all you now. I'm like, if you need cover, I'm like, you're gonna fend for yourself. I'm like, cause that's kind of like how it really was. Like we all kind of like we're defending each other, but like anything that's on his account as to why he was in the woods or anything, that was kind of like that was his problem by that point. So I mean, luckily for him, they didn't ask anything, but oh man, he made some pretty dumbass moves while they were there. So as we were being detained, these cops are taking down our information. Cody and I think it was Cody and Ian, they're getting like those 2 were like kind of a couple feet away from us, like on this separate side of the wall, just kind of like getting their information taken down by this one cop. And then that's when we're getting our information taken down, me, Brandon, and Demetrius. So this cop's asking us our information. You know, like we were being just kind of like compliant with them. We were just kind of we were being cool with them. And so far, all of us were off on a good note. Me, Brandon, Cody, and Antonio was gone. Antonio, he was there. He was there, yeah, but he managed he kind of left as shit happened. Oh, I just finished his map. Sorry, but but yeah, though it's just like. They were taking down our information. We were just like I said, we were being compliant. We were just giving them our information, our name. Like we had to give them where we lived, all that simple stuff. So Demetrius, though, as he's doing this, like he once the cop was kind of like cool with us. I mean, like we were cracking jokes with the guy. Like we were telling him what was going on. He even personally said, he's like, you know, He's like, I don't like that I have to be here for something so stupid. He's like, I honestly don't want to do this, but it's my job. Like, I kind of have to. And we're like, yeah, like, we understand. We're like, we totally understand. You're like, we're like, you know, we just gotta tell him, like, we're hoping you're having a good day. Like, we just hope, like, this wasn't spoiling, you know, just kind of like, we're just being cool with the guy. We're cracking jokes or whatever. And that's when Demetrius, he kind of started acting up a little bit. Like, he realized, like, this cop, he was getting a little too friendly with the cop. And then he was just like, oh, he's like, well, you know, he's, he was just like, he started messing around. He started fucking around while the cop was there. He started getting up and running around and started laughing at, like, every little thing. And he legit, like, he completely shit out the party. Like, he fucked things up, like, really quick, really goddamn fast. So as we're being cool with this cop, he like, as he's getting up, running around, doing dumb shit, whatever, he starts running around the cop. Like, he starts running circles around this guy. So he's kind of looking at him, and he's just kind of like, all right, whatever, you know, it's kind of, he was cool with us. But then that's when Demetrius really messed up. And as he was running around him, his hand, oh man, he had his hand open. And as he was running around this guy, he left his hand open, and his hand got planted on his gun. Now, this is where I just kind of like, it was like a mind-boggling moment for me. I was like, in my head, I was just like, holy shit. And my body, I was like resisting the urge to shit myself, because after that, at that point, I didn't know what was going to happen. I didn't know what was going to happen to him. I was like, oh, I'm like, he's fucked. So this guy gets pissed. Like, I mean, he is royally pissed. He looks at me, he's like, look, he's like, don't fucking touch my gun. He's like, sit down. And so everybody else got off on a good foot. We're all fine. So we all got phone calls home and whatever. We're just kind of like, our parents were, all of our parents were kind of like fine with it. I mean, like, the cops told them like exactly what happened. Like, they told them that they're, they told them that they're kind of fine with, like, it was just a stupid reason. The chick was kind of getting mad for no reason. So our parents were kind of fine with it. I mean, like, fine with it. I mean, we all kind of got like our little bits of shit, but it wasn't anything serious. But Demetrius, though, from what when he was doing though, like, he fucked around so much that he pretty much put himself into like he got himself into a place he couldn't exactly get out of. So we all left the skate park. Like, we all went to Cody's house. We were just kind of hanging out. And Demetrius was told by the cop that we were getting detained by. He's like, he legit told me, he's like, you stay here. He's like, oh, why? He's like, we got some things to tell you. So we all leave and we're watching. And then that's when he gets taken, like, he's getting held by the cop. Like, the cop kind of grabs him by like his shoulder or whatever. Or he has his hand on his shoulder, and they bring him to the cop car. And then they put him in the back of the car. And then they take him away. And we had no clue what the hell just happened. We were like, oh my god, like, he just got arrested. So we're kind of cracking jokes about it. At the same time, we're kind of worried a little bit. We're like, oh man, like, what just happened? And so we get to the house, and we, like, the day after, it was, I just kind of asked them, like, what happened? They're like, well, I got taken home. Like they pretty much like arrested me and took me home in a sense. I was like, wow. I'm like, are you serious? And I was like, was anybody home? He was like, yeah. I'm like, well, you probably fucked, because his parents, like, they were pretty goddamn pissed about it. So they take him home, and his parents are like, oh my god, they were so goddamn pissed. But these cops had to, he basically fucked up to the point where they had to take him home, and they had to tell his parents exactly what he did, how he fucked up, why he fucked up, and exactly, like, just why exactly he got, what do you call it, taken home. And it's just, it was pretty stupid though. Like, I mean, because when we got there, we got lucky to get paired up with a good cop, at least. Like, these guys were like really nice. But originally though, it was to a point we were it almost took a turn at the start, because this chick was making things seem so much worse than it really was. We were actually about to get luckily, like I said, luckily for us, we got paired up with good cops. We were supposed to get cuffed and then taken to the station, whatever. And our parents were supposed to come pick us up. But like I said, like, once again, like, we got paired up with some cool cops, and we just kind of took on. They just detained us basically. They just kind of made it simple, whatever. And yeah, that was pretty much it. Like, I mean, my friend, he got like arrested in a sense, whatever. He just got cuffed and taken to his house, and the rest of us just kind of got off on a good note. And lucky for us, we didn't get arrested. But if, you know, it's just, we have so many other stories though where, like, we've been chased by cops and all dumb little things and whatever. I have it's insane. Just so I hope you guys enjoyed the video. You know, I'm gonna be coming back with these once more again, like I said. I hope you guys enjoyed. So if you guys want more of these, just be sure to like down below. I'm gonna be doing them anyways, regardless. I'm gonna be sharing stories on some personal life experiences, some stories that I had, many other things, and like just bunch of things I'm going to be sharing with you guys. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and as always, be sure to like and subscribe.